it's going. And it's live. It's up. They can see you now.
Egg.
Hello?
Egg.
Egg.
Everybody,
Hello, everybody.
everyone who's
Hi.
typed egg is banned in the chat.
Oh,
No.
It goes down to one viewer.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. We have some very special guests of the Chikn Nugget team here, Kyra and Allie. Kyra, you're the creator, and I think you do both writing and animation and voice acting, if I'm not mistaken. And
talented.
Allie, I think kind of the similar situation. You do writing and animating, if I'm not mistaken. But we're very pleased to have you here and would love to hear more about what you do and why and how you come up with your ideas. So I'm just going to go ahead and let you please
I'm
introduce
a big
yourselves.
Fan, so
Yeah.
I'll just get a gush for a second. I'll be like, I'm so happy to have you here. But want to have you for ages because you guys have been an inspiration, I gotta say. So, yep, go ahead and introduce yourselves. Why are you inspirational? Tell the audience. Explain yourselves.
How do you do an inspiration?
Yes.
You single-handedly made me download TikTok. So,
Yeah. How dare you?
congratulations.
Oh no.
Doing TikToks.
Oh my
dark
God.
betting.
Thank you guys so much for having us on. Yeah, I'm Kyra. I'm the creator, lead animator, writer, voice actor, compositor, so many things on Chikn
geez.
Nugget, and joined.
The person of many hats, the total number of which just looks ridiculous when you list it out, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And joined with me is Allie, who is so unbelievably talented, and she was actually the first animator with me when we started Chikn Nugget. So she's been there since the beginning.
No, I saw when you joined it. I was like,
Dang.
yeah. I remember just years ago you joining. I remember you announcing that, and I was like, oh, what's this? Because I've been following your stuff for years.
Yeah, it was really funny actually when Kyra first hit me up about Chikn, all those years ago now. She just sent me a message on Twitter and was like, "Hey, I have this thing. You wanna join in?" And I was like, "Oh my god, hell yeah!"
Nice. So how did it come about? How did you get the idea for this and kind of like, I'm sure you've been asked this a million times.
Where do you get your ideas? Yes.
Yeah, like the where do you get your ideas question? Well, more like how did this just manifest? Like you must have had some idea come to you at some point or some inspiration.
What were you sick with? What degree of fever?
Yeah, what brain worm got to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, no worries. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so basically, so Chikn Nugget is a BuzzFeed production. So I'd been working at BuzzFeed Animation, which is kind of like a spin-off from like BuzzFeed.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'd been working there since the start of the animation team in late 2017, and I'd helped develop this other online show called The Good Advice Cupcake.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it was working on that, and then my boss had been asking like for a while if I wanted to pitch my own show, but I was like, oh, I'm kind of nervous. I don't know if I feel ready yet.
Oh.
But then eventually 2020 hit, and I was like, all right, I think I'm ready to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody's just like, well, fuck it. Why not?
The world's ending. Might as well go out on top.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a mood.
Yeah.
So I did that.
Live your dream while you can, I guess.
Yeah, so I like offered like a few different pitches, but something I really wanted to do, because I love drawing animals, I love drawing like cute tiny little Sanrio-esque things. So I was like, here's an idea about this like weird little dog and his friends, and like spooky stuff happens because like he's this demigod and stuff. And
so he was planning to be that from the beginning?
It was basically like there was gonna be weird stuff happening from the beginning. Like stuff got fleshed out more obviously as we, like wrote a bunch of the episodes, and I like sat down and planned stuff out. But yeah, Chikn Nugget, it's kind of like, because it lives on social media and it's like this really short form content, I was like, it'd be kind of funny to like do something a little meta with it. Like,
oh man,
maybe there's weird stuff happening.
Yeah, I like how gradually the lore just becomes kind of woven into it, because it seems so unassuming initially. It's like, oh, it's this cute little show and they do things, oh, they're funny.
Yeah,
and then of course it starts gradually introducing these like meta ideas
in cute little shows and like 4-panel comics, things of that vein. When stuff gets wacky, it's like, oh, it's fine, because it's like it's all nothing is like connected to each other. It's always like extremely episodic. You're not supposed to question why there's a void, or why somebody can just like change their appearance at the drop of the hat. It's like, it's fine, don't think about it. And then Chikn Nugget says, but what if you did think about it?
It's very clever. I totally love it. So so that's kind of interesting that you had that from the beginning, which is very cool, and then just kind of like played your cards just so that it was like not immediately apparent that's what you were doing. So do you like, I don't know if you can talk about things you have planned for the future, but if you are able to, like, what further should we expect from Chikn Nugget at this point? Are you developing something bigger with it, or are you
I heard that there was something on the horizon regarding it.
Thankfully I can talk about it, which is so nice not to be under that NDA. Like, I can't go too deep into like the exact
no,
we don't want to spoil the audience.
Definitely.
But essentially so BuzzFeed is doing this development deal with the studio Frederator, so we're collabing with them where they are helping us shop pitches around to different studios, and Chikn Nugget is one of those. So we are right at the point where we are and especially now that the strikes are over and stuff, we can pitch stuff to studios. So we are at that point. Whether or not it becomes a full-fledged show is yet to be seen. You never know.
Oh yeah, we know. It's like to the audience, like, just because something is good does not mean studios will pick it up. Like, it doesn't, like, the animation business is not a meritocracy where somebody wins the gold prize and you get rewarded with all this stuff. It doesn't work like that. It's a matter of who you talk to, when you talk to them, timing, and fortune and timing. It's not straightforward, and it doesn't make sense in the way that you would want, but it's one reason why pitching stuff can be so harrowing and often not make sense, especially if you haven't been doing it yourself.
Speaking of the audience is absolutely frothing at the mouth to hear the Chikn Nugget voice.
Oh yeah, they really want to hear that.
Yeah, sure. Okay, let me do it.
Hello, I'm Chikn Nugget. Thank you so much for having me on this stream.
Aww, I want to give you a biscuit. Do you like PBJs?
Now, is this just like a natural skill of yours, or did you do like studying as well in like voice acting and things?
Yeah, how'd you find the voice?
Oh, yeah, no, I have not had any training at all. I would love to someday. That would be so fun to do, like, to really learn like major tips and tricks. But no, I think like a lot of people just, do little voices to yourself. And I started voice acting at BuzzFeed because we needed a voice for the Good Advice Cupcake, like, way back when. And I was like, I could do it. And so then when I started Chikn, I will admit, I'll fully admit this, me voicing Chikn in the beginning was literally just convenience because I was like pitching the show.
I was like, it was like placeholder voice, but then it just became the real thing, I guess.
It reminds me of the kind of voice
there was
you might, when you're like talking to your pets, like the high pitched voice, like whenever a cat like jumps into our laps or something, it's like, "Hi there, what you doing?"
No, it's definitely my turn.
You just caused the biggest chat blow up I've ever seen.
Oh
by
god,
the way.
yeah, they're freaking out. Like, biscuit, give them a biscuit.
People want their Chikn Nugget.
Go on, I interrupted you. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So, Allie, do you do voice acting as well, or are you?
No.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Nah.
Yeah. Same. I'm in that same ballpark. People ask me sometimes, like, "Oh, do you voice any of the characters?" I'm like,
You
"Absolutely
technically
not."
did.
No.
No, she technically did.
Yeah, I can't listen to my own voice at all when it comes to like recording stuff. I can't do it.
Same.
No.
Same.
Yeah, it's
But-
like, besides me just not liking my own voice very much, it's also really difficult for me to direct myself, so it's like, no, let's just not deal with that hurdle. But yeah, speaking of, like,
No.
Allie, how do you direct yourself, like, as both the VA and also in charge of the project? Like, how do you juggle those two things? Do you just listen to yourself over and over and go for the best take, or do you ask for perspective from other people when you're listening to different takes? Like, what's the process like? Kyra?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, that was me.
Oh.
I thought it was sorry, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, when I like record myself, I'll just do several takes. Me and all the voice actors will kind of usually do like 3 takes of each line just to see what works best or if we mess up or something, just like for safety. So usually what I'll do, especially because we're like working from home, I'll like go in my closet, just turn on the voice recorder and just voice.
So you
That's
use,
like I think
recording booth is the closet. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
More common than
yeah.
you think,
Oh my god,
guys.
I would
Yeah.
love. Oh, I'd love to have like a full recording booth someday. That'd be amazing. Like to
Mhm.
transform an actual closet into a recording booth. But nah, yeah, for now. So yes, I am so sorry to everyone if our audio ever sounds kind of janky. We're all just kind of working from home and doing the best we can.
Honestly, that is part of the charm of it. It's like, it just kind of says like people made this, not, it's like a group of artists got together and did something they wanted to do, and and are having fun with it. And I don't know. I like those like homegrown little things, those aspects to things. Part of the reason you can see the sketch lines in our animation is because we like that sort of thing. So
yeah, it puts like the artist's personal touch back into stuff, because with digital work, it's so easy to clean everything up to the point where it's spotless and everything could be absolutely perfect all the time, but you lose a lot in the process. Kind of like when you do a sketch and you really like the energy of the sketch, but then you ink it and you're like, eh. So I always like to add texture back into things. But one of the things that I admire most about Chikn Nugget is that it's a great example of what you can do with limited resources, where it's like, okay, you have like a minute or less and you have some fun characters and solid writing, but there's nothing like, there's Sakuga in Chikn Nugget is pretty rare, but you do have solid acting in response to with how the VA, how it syncs up with the VA work. You have really likable characters. It's a length where you can put out a lot of videos in a relatively short amount of time. You guys have built a huge audience in relatively little time, and it seems like you have the full confidence of BuzzFeed at this point, so that bit of assistance has been great. I'm just like, when I talk about the kinds of projects that people do with animation, it's like, I tell them, it's like, don't look at what we're doing and say, oh, I'm going to do it just like that. It's like, that's not actually like a good starting place. I think a lot of people could honestly benefit more from looking at Chikn Nugget and drawing inspiration from that, because there's just, you guys have just done so much, and it's so strong.
Pointed at it multiple times in our streams where we do this kind of thing, and people are like, well, how do I make my 30-minute pilot? And we're like,
don't
have to
not
do
yet.
that. And we point at Chikn Nugget, like, look at all you can do with like something short and something you can do with a small team of people.
Because like we've talked about like starting out with doing things like character comics and like music and like little mini animations, and you guys have kind of capitalized on that with like the very short form character animation, and you're able to still tell this story and develop these characters, but in these 30 seconds kind of ways, and that's been astronomical to build an audience. So
you don't need as many people to work on this either. Like, it's a lot to juggle like 40 70, 100 people teams to do like massive projects. How many people do you have working on Chikn Nugget in general? I'm sure it fluctuates it sometimes.
Sure, yeah. So at Chikn Nugget, we have, let me see, about like 4 people at a time or so working on it. It's a very small team. And that's according to like, you know, how many...
Easier. Sorry, go ahead. I've talked over you. Go ahead.
No worries, so sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was just saying, yeah, pretty small team. So it'll be me and usually like 3 to 4 other animators, and in the beginning it was just me and Allie, and it was really hard because we had to make 3 episodes a week.
Oh, wow.
It was so...
Oh, Jesus.
That's
yeah, it was a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, that
I
would
will
be
say...
grueling, but...
Yeah,
Go ahead, sorry.
oh my gosh. No worries. I will say, yeah, if you guys are gonna do like your own animated stuff, you definitely do not have to do as much. Like, you don't have to have the same output as we do. Because like for BuzzFeed, basically we had like, because we do have to obviously like make money to like, you know, secure our stay.
Fund your own. Yeah, exactly. Justify your existence. You know. Yeah.
Yeah, like we do definitely have the really amazing luxury of like BuzzFeed, you know, paying us and paying for the show and stuff, but we in turn obviously have to be able to turn a profit as well with like YouTube monetization.
Yeah,
sales,
you gotta deliver
that.
for that. Yeah.
But you guys,
Yeah,
that's
so
the
that
thing
could
is
be...
that with the backing that you have, you can afford to spend that kind of time on that sort of thing. But yeah, I mean, for any average person, they don't have to put that out nearly as much. But yeah, the small size of your team, though, must make communication just so much easier.
Yeah, it does. No, and everybody is so unbelievably sweet and talented. We have like weekly meetings every Tuesday where we just kind of pop in and I'll tell everybody, you know, what's going on animation team as a whole, you know, when we're going to be recording next, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, and because we're owned by BuzzFeed, there's only so much control I can have in terms of like the budget and hiring process. So like I'll go to my boss and be like, can we have another person, or could we like hire another voice actor or something, which would be super amazing to have like the absolute carte blanche to just like go crazy and hire like tons of people. But sometimes we're constrained by how much, you know, budget we have at BuzzFeed that will let us do that. But the good news is, as like more time goes by, the more chances we get to hire more people, which is really, really nice.
Yeah, it starts to snowball on itself. It's like, okay, it's doing well, so clearly the money that they're putting in is has been a good investment, and it gets BuzzFeed, you know, better known as a place that makes stuff. It's not just like, oh yeah, you listicles go here. So yeah, it's just, you get to define a whole new aspect of this website that's been around forever. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Can I ask what your writing process is like? Like, how do you conjure up ideas? You guys get together in like writing meetings, or do you just kind of like jot down your ideas and then flesh them out on your own and bring them in front of everybody, or does like everybody get assigned
and scream at each other until something comes
does it just want to know what kind of, like, is it chaotic, is it just like
I scream to summon a demon and the demon just arrives with a stack of scripts and is like, here we go.
Yeah. No, it's actually pretty chill. Like, I let everybody have a chance to write stuff. We use like a big board, like a Trello board, to just like put a bunch of ideas in. So yeah, episodes are pretty short. They're like little gags because, again, we got to make 3 a week, so we have to keep them pretty short and simple.
Right, of course.
Right.
So yeah, everybody will have about like a week or 2 to do their episode, but yeah, scripts will usually just be like, we'll write a bunch in bulk because we'll do voice actor sessions. So like, if I'm gonna record with like Dawn for Sody Pop, I'll be like, okay, here's like 12 scripts. Let's all, you know, record them in one go, kind of thing. So we'll write tons of scripts, especially for those recording sessions. But yeah, no, everybody gets a chance to write scripts, any ideas that they have, and pretty rare if I like adjust or like outright archive an idea. Like, the only time we archive stuff is if it's like, oh, this like very specific in history like passed, so this joke wouldn't make sense or something. Like,
oh, I get it. Yeah, if it's not if it's a topical joke and it just doesn't like nobody's talking about that thing anymore, and so it's like, why are you bringing this up? Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. Yeah, mostly like pandemic-y stuff. It's like, oh, this is like not as relevant.
Yeah, and it's like no one wants to be reminded of this, so yeah, I get it.
So, you know, it's like, why don't you just end the plague? And then she would just be like,
Chat is saying to check Fable's audio. Apparently they're a bit quiet.
I'm a bit quiet? Oh, why is it?
Yeah, that happens every time. I don't know.
Why? Why?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's not a stream without audio issues.
It's always me, too, even though I have filters on me to, like, bump me the heck up. Okay, let's see here. Is it the noise gate?
Bump it up. Bump it. No, sorry.
Out note.
It should be
Absolutely
loud enough.
not.
Yeah. It probably has more to do with, like, my microphone being ever so slightly far away from my face. So sorry about that, guys. Is that better? I hope so. Anyway. Okay. All right. So, let's see here. So, yeah. So about how long does an episode take to make? Is it like South Park where start to finish it might be like a couple weeks to a month, or does it usually take longer, like 3 months, 6 months, etc.?
Oh my god, it is kind of like South Park.
Yeah.
I used to think their schedule was crazy, and I'm like, oh no, we're living it. It's super fast paced. But yeah, like I'll usually, like anytime if an animator is like, hey, like I need a lot more time on this, I'm like, yeah, man, like totally go for it. Like I don't want anyone to feel super rushed. We'll have like a backlog. It's very interesting to work in like new media, like this form of new media, because instead of having to wait like a year for your stuff to finally premiere, it premieres like the next week.
Right. Yeah.
Which is exciting because it's like, oh, immediate, you know,
gratification.
Make this
like that.
Yeah, which is really nice. But yeah, it can be challenging sometimes, especially during the holidays when we have to kind of like rush to get a bunch of episodes done. Hence, like if you guys see a lot of episodes that like don't have a lot of dialogue or they're super short or simple, that's just us being like, we got to get up our backlog. We got to
Gotcha. Yeah, it's like I need to fit another one in. We're gonna have to do like a quick one with no talking, and I completely understand. That's hard to keep up with. It's kind of a little bit like the webcomic life where you're like just trying to keep on schedule, and it's like
yeah.
It's like, my kingdom for a buffer.
Yeah, right.
You guys are troopers. You're putting out, you know, these things every week, and then I'm over here like trying to put out comics like every 2 weeks and barely making the deadline. So.
Oh yeah.
It's so hard. It's so impressive.
So how does your system usually go? So you write a script, I assume, and then you're working out the boards, and then what? So what's your usual pipeline look like?
Yeah. So what we do is usually write a bunch of scripts, and I'll assign a script for each animator once they finish their previous episode. So I'll usually ask people. I'll be like, do you want to work on an episode that has like this specific character or something, like whatever people are feeling. Usually we just kind of like take whatever, but sometimes occasionally someone's like, can I get like a really easy one, or can I get one with this character? And I'm like, yeah. But yeah, so usually what we do is assign everyone a script, and then we'll make like an animatic. It's like a super condensed process of the animation pipeline, which can be fun but also hard. So yeah, like for example, like I would take a script, I would do a rough animatic with the VO, and then once that's looking all good, move on to cleanup. So all the animators working for me, I only have them just, you know, do their animatic and the animation, but I handle all the sound and compositing and all that. So they just have to worry about animation. We do have rigs, like we have like a big master file with all the characters and all the elements and all that. So I let people use the rigs if they want. Like I tend to use a lot more like hand drawing, like frame by frame animation. But yeah, everybody does like a mix. Like I basically tell everyone like just focus on keeping the characters on model, like reusing head shapes, like big primary shapes. Like don't worry about redrawing French fries horns or anything. Let's spend our time wisely like animating the facial expressions.
Try
or,
to
like,
remember whether or not
the
French
arm.
Fry has those spiky bits on their elbows.
Yes, oh my god, the bane of me. Why did I design?
Oh no, we know that. I'm just like
Yeah.
God. Every time I'm
Every
like, wait, the whiskers.
Or adding like a button or something to an outfit. It's like, oh no, I know this is going to cause pain. Or putting a hat on a character, like, oh.
Yeah,
they're
it's
gonna wanna
like
murder me.
every detail is how often do I want to call out that note, basically, and how can I make it so that I can call out that note less. That's like why we have 3D guns and props in general, is so I don't have to tell people how to draw things correctly. It's like just put it in their hands. It's the equivalent. Yeah.
That is a godsend, honestly. I'm like, that's so smart, because it is so hard to draw very geometrical objects that are not, like, flexible in any way.
Yeah, you can, the great thing about Blender, besides the fact that it's free, is that you can put shaders on things to help give it that graphic quality, so that you can just stick it on the characters directly. Or at the very least, like, you can stick the model in there, just, like, export out a PNG sequence and then just, like, trace it. And that can work.
Ooh.
Yeah. So
That's
that way you
awesome.
can avoid the issues that come with.
God, yeah.
strong
If we were
geometry.
asking animators to hand draw every gun in perspective,
Or
moving
the cars,
in perspective constantly, or the
cars,
cars,
yeah.
it would have added like 2 years to our production.
Not worth it.
They
And
wouldn't have
Imagine.
looked either. They would have
Yeah.
looked floaty and weird, and it just
they would have been Lego bricks at best.
Yeah,
It's just not worth it. It's like I'd rather you draw the cat and not its damn car.
that's why when you see things like cars and stuff generally in animation, it's either rotoscoped, or it's a 3D model, or it's an extremely cartoony, like goofy car.
Or some
because-
combination of the two, even. So
Yeah. So, but yeah, any shortcuts you can do. Generally, it's for the benefit of the animators and cleanup artists and everything who have to contend with that. And so, like, while an outsider might go, "Oh, well, that's cheating. That's a shortcut." It's like, no, it's
been
literally,
around
like,
since like Bambi.
yeah, they've been doing that
yeah.
since the very, very early days of animation,
Yeah.
and there's a reason for it. So, yeah.
Sometimes
So-
you gotta work smarter, not harder.
Exactly,
of-
and that's the only way you can produce things. Like, you just, like, if you guys were trying to do something like that, it would add so much time to your schedule. Like, you just wouldn't be able to do it anyway. So it's like, it's either you get a cartoon or you don't at the end of the day. And it's like, what do you have to do to make that cartoon happen?
Speaking
So,
of, on the same vein, you guys mentioned having rigs for the characters. So even though you said, "Oh, I do it frame by frame," I'm assuming there's still pieces of the characters, and you basically like position them around. So either you can let the computer decide what the in-betweens are going to look like, or you do that by hand, because the characters are they have such defined shapes, and they're usually seen from either like the front or 3/4, that your particular, like, the way that everything's designed can work with more puppeted stuff, and so you can get stuff out a lot faster. So if you could, like, explain what your process is like when you're animating in, like, a little bit more detail, because sometimes our audience members don't know that rigged shows don't necessarily mean that everything is like a puppet like you would think. Like, when I did Flash stuff in studio, we would actually do a lot of animation by hand and then just match the rig to that. So what do you do?
Yeah, no, we definitely do that too. It's so much easier to like in animation there's this thing called, like, laying out keyframes, which is like the it's like pose to pose kind of thing, as opposed to straight ahead where you're just like going for it. So yeah, what I'll usually do is I'll do like sketch animation, like I'll sketch out all the main poses. If I'm animating something that's like particularly difficult, I'll just hand draw animate like a rough of it. And then, and I think most people on my team will do that too. And then pop the rig on. The way that I animate is I'll take, like, the main head shapes, or the main, like, the unchanging parts, like Chicken's nose, Chicken's head. And then on other layers, I'll animate the body, animate the eyes, all that stuff as, frame by frame animation. But, yeah, for the rigs, kind of like a puppet in a way. Like, you manipulate it to make the character look pretty consistent, and it's also much easier when you have to get animation done really quickly. You can notice the rigs more in, like, the episodes that, like, Kevy does, or that Matt does on Chikn Nugget. where they'll move pretty smoothly because they'll use like some tweening in some places, and yeah, it is definitely a work smarter process, and I think it looks really professional and nice. Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of let everybody just approach the animation process the way that they want to do it. And we thankfully have the luxury to do that because BuzzFeed is not super like, you gotta stay on like this much on model or something. Like they let us
they're not
crazy.
concerned. They're not like, I know a lot of that can come from working for like a toy company as a client where they're very hyper concerned about the distance between this nose and that ear to like the point of whipping out a ruler practically, or like how red is the red. And it's like, oh, please just let us work. What about you, Allie? How do you prefer to work?
I mean, I usually do also a mixture of the rigs and by frame, depending on what the scene calls for. Like, obviously, when there's new poses and stuff like that, as there usually are, we'll sometimes just add that to the rig and just mate it, like that. It completely depends on the episode and the scene and everything like that, but yeah, usually a mixture just to save time, for everybody and myself.
That's the other great thing about puppets and rigs is that when you make new stuff, then it becomes an asset that's available to the rest of your team. So it's really easy for the work that somebody else does to simplify things for everybody else down the line, because you don't have to figure out how that character blinks or like what this particular hand motion or shape looks like. Like, people can just pull from a library, and it means that you can make more time making, you spend more time making stuff instead of designing everything quite so much. Yeah,
exactly.
How often would you say that there's like fresh stuff each episode? Like, do you ever? Yeah,
pretty often, honestly, because I let we'll have episodes where there's like monsters or incidentals and stuff. So Danny loves doing those episodes, so I give a lot of those episodes to him. So a lot of the team gets the chance to like design new characters and stuff. That's one thing I really wish. I wish we had like more time to like really sit down and just like do full character sheets, full stuff like that. Like, I feel bad. It's kind of like, we got to get this episode done. Here's a character you can design. Let me know if it's too difficult. Else I can
figure it out as you go. Let's go, folks.
Do you have a cap on, like, because I assume you're going to introduce more characters. Do you have a cap on the amount you want, like number-wise, or?
Yeah, what determines when you release a new character? Is it just a new bit, or you want to
story
like another
needs,
relationship?
or
Yeah, usually I like to space it out through time before introducing too many at the same time. But usually it'll be like, this new character would be really fun in the ensemble. Like, this personality, this animal type would be really great. Like, usually I'll introduce one. I'm like, it's due time we introduce a new character. There definitely will be more characters. Probably, like, because Chikn Nugget obviously won't run, like, forever,
Yeah.
So we'll have a certain amount of main characters or incidentals and stuff. But I told Kellen, I promised him that the next character that comes out will be voiced by him. Unless he, unless he doesn't want to. Yeah, the next character will be a boy and will be voiced by Kellen.
I like, you were talking about incidentals. I like how each character kind of comes with their own interests and stuff, and sometimes they even come with extra characters around them. Like, I really love Slushy's friend with bad taste in men. I think that's just so good. It's like, stuff like that is like where I'd say Chikn Nugget can be watched by like little kids, but it's not necessarily written for little kids. It seems like it's written in such a way that like young adults and up would be like, oh yeah, that.
It's really charming in that way, where it's like, it could lean hard into, this is kids entertainment, and be kind of like, it would end up being cloying for adults, but instead it's just like clever and funny and weird and also relatable, and just all those things that make it just like enjoyable every time. So
yeah,
my hat's off to you guys for mixing all of those elements so seamlessly.
It's just like
keeping it so entertaining.
It's just like a perfect example of the kind of story that you can tell that I could hand to a teenager or someone in their 20s, but also someone in their 30s and up can go like, yeah, just like hot sauce and his nonsense, just like not getting. There's like, nobody likes you, you edgy thing.
Thank you so much. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I've been posting the ones where Slushy reminisces about the 2000s to my friends.
Oh my god, was Slushy on DeviantArt?
I mean, pretty clearly.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love that era because I grew up in it.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's making a comeback. Like, people are into that again, like 2009.
I know. It's well, it makes you feel old, but also it's like it's entertaining to just watch people just dive back into that.
But it's like Slushy is a good example of a character who has all these interests that she's happy to pass on to. I really love her relationship with Sody Pop, where it's like Sody Pop wants to be a little artist and is learning from Slushy. My impression of Sody Pop kind of reminds me of that little kid in the apartment complex, and these guys like live in like a similar complex or something, so they're just neighbors watching their neighbor's kid who has all these like fun interests and stuff. That's like, so it's so wholesome how they're just like, yeah, little kid, let's share things with you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious what the inspiration for a lot of these characters are. Is like, I mean, is Chikn Nuggit based on a dog of yours, or like Cheeseburger, like a cat you've had, or are they just like, I just want a cat character and I just want a dog character to, you know? I mean, I'm sure it probably varies.
I figured Cheeseburger's joke is from I Am Cheeseburger.
Yeah, definitely. I get the cheeseburger reference. Yeah, but I'm curious if there's like an actual cat behind the character. Or...
Oh man, I wish I had a little kitty. I've actually never owned a cat before. I've always just had dogs.
You want a cat? I'm fostering some kittens right now. Do you want a cat?
Oh,
Please
no.
take this cat.
Cats for sale. Yeah. We're cat mongers around here. We like to hand out cats.
Oh shoot! Okay.
Very dangerous. Please take this cat before I keep it.
I just noticed in chat the Land of Boggs is here. Speaking of delightful short form content.
Hey, Brent. Oh my god, I love Brent. He's so talented. He runs Land of Boggs.
I love Land of Boggs. I show it to my partner all the time because
I missed this. Where's Land of Boggs? Where can I watch it?
Wait, how have you missed Land of Boggs?
I don't know. That's why I'm like,
not to derail from Chikn Nugget.
No, let's derail from Chikn. What's Land of Boggs? Kyra, Allie, if you
can
want
find
to
it on.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, how do you know each other?
Oh, how do we know? We both work at BuzzFeed. It's another BuzzFeed show.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, Land of Boggs, Good Advice, Cupcake, Chikn Nugget, and Weird Helga, and Ultimate Guy Pals. Yeah, we got a new show. Those are all BuzzFeed shows. So Brent and I actually got hired together at BuzzFeed. But yeah, Land of Boggs is like really, really funny show about these two friends. One's like more introverted, one's more extroverted. They're like these little blob creatures.
Oh, okay.
They're both girls. They're so... God, it's
Wonderful.
so funny. You could watch it, same as Chikn Nugget, on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram.
Awesome. Then I have some stuff to catch up on.
Yeah.
I follow them. I'll drop the link over in Shop Talk. I love it because it's me and my partner essentially.
It's so good. Oh my gosh. Oh, but yeah, what I was gonna answer before, with Chikn Nugget inspiration. So initially in the early pitch, Chikn Nugget was really inspired by like comedy anime series like Nichijou or like Azumanga Daioh. So there's more of like that kind of surrealist dry humor, I think, in the early episodes for sure. Cheeseburger's personality actually was way more like Cloud Cuckoo Lander. Like, she definitely changed more into like very sweet, kind-hearted, borderline straight man. Like, sometimes for Chikn.
She's there for Scream.
I think it's just compared to a lot of the other characters who are way more either extroverted or just, actual demigods. I think Cheeseburger they just look
more down to earth.
It's like Kyle Gass next to Jack Black looks like the normal one, quote unquote, but he's still you know what I mean? Like,
that's a great way to describe it. No, for sure. She's like a normal person and everyone else is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love.
They're all in Cheeseburger's head secretly.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that's the final episode. It's all just
It's
dream.
gonna have that Saint Elsewhere ending.
I love
Yeah,
Cheeseburger's current like thing with Kofi. Also.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she's so
that
pretty.
is-
It's like all sapphic vibes. So
As,
cute.
dude, originally, it was originally coffee and slushy that were gonna be together.
I could
they were
still
gonna have
see
a
that. I'd be like, yeah, you know.
Yeah, I was gonna do that, but then I like did that episode where like coffee is like really sweet to her at that dance, and I was like, you know what? These two have way cuter chemistry. We're going with that.
It's really adorable.
Oh, thank you.
But yeah, so speaking of demigods, ice cream and French fry. I think ice cream is my favorite. Yeah, I love how ice cream is just like a little shit, and that French fry is basically like their opposite. It's like everything we get a lot more chaotic if not for French fry.
I love how you basically made like the angel and the devil sort of like together. I think it's adorable.
But I'm not clear. But at the same time, it's like what kind of heaven and hell do these guys come from anyway? I love their monstrous shapes. Also, are just like wonderful. Like what inspired that? Was it just like the desire for like a creepy little sinister thing, or
I mean, just cute things and eldritch horrors are just a fantastic mix. So,
evil rabbits are an instant win, but
true.
Yeah, I want to hear it from the source.
Of course, yes. No, absolutely. I love evil bunnies. No matter how cliched it is or how it gets, I love cute but creepy or cute but like weird. Love characters like that. So yeah, like, cause ice cream was introduced pretty early on, like with Cheeseburger and chicken. So yeah, they were just like, I wanted like creepy cute bunny character, but I also wanted like, I love the opposites attract thing. So they are kind of like almost like sort of devil angel-ish for Chicken, like guiding Chicken on the right path. They're definitely inspired by Good Omens, because I love that show.
I love that show too.
Perfect.
I was saying,
well, there you go. You heard it,
guys.
It's Crowley and Aziraphale.
Kyra, I follow you on Twitter, and I think you only post about Good Omens. I'm pretty sure.
It's true. I know, if people go on my main Twitter, they're gonna be like, she only posts about this. No.
Correct stuff. Did you know that on Blue Sky, Neil Gaiman has been pretty active, actually?
Oh yeah,
really?
he answers questions on Tumblr all the time. It's really
yeah,
fun.
well, that's been a known, but Blue Sky, he's been like, he'll just do like normal human posting on Blue Sky, where it's like, yeah, let's talk about fountain pens, and I'm like, oh my god, I discovered a fountain pen feed through this guy. Oh no. My weakness. Yeah.
Man, hyperfixations. Yeah, Good Omens. Very good. There's definitely some inspiration there. Not like directly like, this is supposed to be exactly this or whatever. Just like, you know, you enjoy something, you kind of insert some of it into...
It's a fun archetype, and it's like you can do so much with it. So, like, no matter, you know, angel and devil is just like, it's just, there's something there. I've seen so many iterations of it, and it's very entertaining.
Yeah, I love angel devil stuff. Like, I love just the whole, like, because they're perfect to represent the whole, like, steering you into good or steering you into evil. So they're kind of, like, supposed to monitor Chicken and steer him to, you know, either side.
The demiurge, when will he awaken?
Demiurge.
Yeah,
it's slowly happening. It's happening. But yeah, they kind of are just like, oh, yeah, do we really want, you know, the world to be destroyed? But Bezel's like, time's ticking, kind of thing.
Speaking of Bezel, I love the Tumblr sexy man send up. It's so good.
Yeah. That was 100% deliberate.
I'm gonna draw you as a human version.
Yeah, I just realized you're here. You better run.
Tumblr sexy men are so funny. Like, yeah, there is a reason. We'll find out why he looks like that. But yeah, no, I love when shows have like, okay, there's like a core consistent cast of characters, like Lackadaisy, like they're all cats. I think it's so funny when you just have like a character that looks nothing like the rest of the characters come in, because it's just like, what?
It's like, here comes an object head. It's like, what the fuck are you doing here?
It's a weird show. Like, Chikn Nugget's a strange series, but like, yeah,
that is the beauty of cartoons, where you can just do things like that, and it's you know, the weird abstraction and shifts like that. It just is housed so much better when you're drawing something, I feel like, than when you're trying to do something live action or something like that. It's just,
yeah, you could do so much weird stuff, surrealist stuff, and like, I was apologizing so much to Kellen. I'm like, I'm so sorry for casting you as this character.
I bet he loves it. Yeah.
But yeah, Kellen actually named Bezel, which was really sweet.
Oh, that's a good name. I like that
name. It's cool.
Yeah. Speaking of all these design things, so Allie, on the show, what were some of the things that you've contributed to, like design wise, or like where's your stamp been on this? So,
Oh man, design wise, I got to design spicy chicken nugget.
Yes.
Like their little like very Digimon form, where they're a little spicy. And Kyra actually opened up to a lot of friends and like people on the show to design your own like chicken nugget Sona, and like we could be background characters. So I have an axolotl who's a background character in one of the episodes.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, salamanders unite.
Of course, yes. Yeah, and I think not all of them, but I animated quite a few of the episodes with frogs in them because of course I did.
Aw. So is the ugly little pee you're doing, or?
Oh no. That's all Matt.
Yeah,
that's all Matt. Amazing.
I love that.
Matt is like so funny.
This is like, this girl has gone through so many terrible men, and it's like, well, he's an improvement, so you go, girl.
She's got weird taste in men.
She does. Right. It's like so many. It's like, have that character meet Bezel and see what happens, basically.
Oh God.
Yeah.
She'd probably be like, he's not hot enough for me.
Yeah. He's not damaged enough.
He's slushy. He's
not sexy man enough.
Yeah. Slushy tries to be like, this is my thing, and she's just like, ew. You have bad taste.
I mean, you're just onto something when like a character design alone is just enough to make you laugh. Like that's just like great. Anyway, just so you know, we are collecting questions from the chat, and thank you everybody for the super chats. That's extremely kind, and we will pass that along to the team, the Chikn Nugget team. And if you want to get your questions in, probably do it now, because we kind of want to shift over to the phase where we start conveying those questions to Allie and Kyra.
Got quite a few.
Oh, so if you hear a rooster calling, that is my rooster. I'm sorry.
So. It's totally fine.
Yeah.
Right.
He's decided to announce himself.
Yeah. So, do we want to start doing questions, or what do you guys feel like? Okay. Sounds like we have quite a lot of them, so might be good to dig in there. Does that sound good to you, Allie and Kyra? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
We've got one here from Lord Drain 1000, 50 Canadian dollars. Thank you, Drain. Or Adrian, sorry. To Allie, I love your work. What gave you the idea originally to bring that puppy to life? What was your core inspiration for, yes, Yellow Dog?
That's probably to Kyra.
No, but Allie, you brought Chicken to life too.
Oh,
they addressed it to Allie.
Yeah, you gotta hear Allie's take on Chicken, because we've heard Kyra, but let's hear Allie's take on Chicken.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I love Chicken. I was there since pretty much the beginning, and I don't know. Delightful. It's just delightful to be able to like so much of your own comedy into something that you're working on, if that makes sense. Like, you know, I've worked on a lot of jobs for like studios and stuff like that, but this was the first job where like I could not only animate these characters, but also write them a lot and like insert my own humor into them. So, I'm just big on that. That was always a lot of fun. So I'm very endeared to Chikn. I have him on my desk right now. I love the boy.
I could not have started Chikn Nugget without Allie. She was like a monumental help, and like, oh my god, so many of Allie's episodes are like so many of my favorites. So much of the animation is fantastic. Thank you so much, Allie, for everything.
Well, thank you for having me on again. I'm so happy that I could just be a part of it. It's been like a delight. Like,
yeah, dude, it's an honor to have you on.
Okay, so while we're on this train of thought, because chat was going off about it for ages at the beginning of the stream, who is responsible for egg?
Oh my god, actually, Allie, I think like you definitely were. Yeah, that was Allie.
Yeah, like I made 2 episodes super early on where like I think it's Chikn and a cheeseburger are just like egg, 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 and Chikn is just an egg. And since then I like wrote a couple more egg episodes, and I think most recent one was one that Annie animated, I think. But I wrote that one.
Yeah, Matt revived the egg.
Oh, Matt did it. Oh, excuse me.
I think it was Matt. I'd have to double check. I'm sorry if I'm wrong.
No, I'm sorry. I'm like, oh, it looks so good, and I died when I saw that one because I was like, oh my god, that's one of the ones I left there to be done.
Legacy.
Yeah.
Let's see. We've got $2 from Joey the Cat. Thank you, Joey. Why did you steal my chicken nugget?
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
You get hungry for nuggies when you're working on Chikn Nugget? Do you ever go like, damn, I gotta go out, guys. Sorry.
Need some chicken nuggets. Dave, did you order chicken nuggets like you said you were gonna do for this?
Oh, I forgot. Dang it.
Oh!
Like if Chikn Nugget does get picked up, hopefully by some major name,
I will
and gets
be
made into some
angry.
wider production.
I will be angry if it does not.
Yeah, I will be angry if it does
There's
not.
any
But
justice in this
at
world.
the party that will ensue, you just need to have it catered by fucking McDonald's and just
Wait,
get a
didn't you guys
palletized
do
order of
something?
chicken nuggets.
You guys did do something with a pop-up, didn't you? I heard about that. Unless I'm dreamt it. Yeah. What was that like?
It was actually my dad's place. Yeah, it's really funny. He just wanted to like franchise a chicken wing place, so he just did that, and it's been going really great. And BuzzFeed and the wing place let us do a chicken nugget collab event there like twice. I think we've done it.
Oh yeah.
It was so
That's
cool.
awesome.
It fit perfectly with the theming of chicken and
Is that why that they're named after food? Does it have anything to do with that? Or is it just because you thought it was funny to call them cheeseburger and chicken nugget and ran with it?
That's the weird thing is like I started Chicken Nugget before my dad did the chicken wing thing.
Thanks, Dad.
Maybe you inspired him.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, that's a good idea.
Chickens keep showing up in my life. I was born in the year of the chicken rooster.
Yeah. That, like, I've had my rooster outside the window has been calling a couple times. So clearly he must be a big fan. Yeah. My big boy.
Oh,
My feather dog.
baby.
Got $2. We've got $2 from the Violent Rhino. Mm-hmm. Amazing that even Matt Pat got into Chicken Nugget.
Oh no, he
Matt
found
Pat
lore.
did a Chicken Nugget video.
Did he? I feel like he could. There is
Got
lore.
that deep lore.
Yeah,
I did see
if
that
you
one
guys
on my
like
feed,
lore.
yes.
I'm sorry, I
Yes.
talked
Oh
over.
my
Go ahead.
god. No. Oh, sorry. Did I talk over someone?
No,
No,
I
you're
talked
good,
over.
you're
It was like I got to take the back seat. You're the guest.
No,
ahead.
no, not at all.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Dude, I was so honored when Matt Pat did that. Thank you, Matt Pat. Oh my god, I'm so jealous. Brent actually met Matt Pat at, I think, the Streamies, and like sent me a picture and was like, Matt Pat. That was nice.
Cool.
Yeah, oh my gosh, that was really cool. I'm so happy to see him and like other YouTubers like looking at all this animated content or like other like, well, not other because I'm not indie, but indie content
It's still in
giving it
small
more
form.
attention.
It's not from the big few that had like their own TV channels and stuff, you know. So I think it's definitely
yeah. It's not like
cousin.
you have
Yeah.
like this like corporate studio that you're coming into and working with their like you've got your team of people who it sounds like you have control over like who's on your team and everything like that. So it kind of functions like an indie thing in a sense, I would say.
Yeah, Allie can definitely remember. Like BuzzFeed is pretty hands off.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, they mostly. I'm actually making an episode that Allie is actually in as her little axolotl character. But I need to finish it. It's like a longer YouTube video where it's how Chikn Nugget is made. So we go into like the full detail of everything. And kind of explain like, yeah, BuzzFeed is mostly in charge of like schedule, merch, brand deal stuff. But otherwise, they just like totally let us do what we like, which is really sweet. And like, I'm really honored that they just trust us and let us do
only more things did that.
Yeah,
like,
that's a relationship you
better
want.
Cartoons overall. Yeah,
it's like give
really.
me the leeway to just make what I'm gonna make. It'll help sell stuff. Trust me. You know, people like a good story, and you know, you just focus on making it. You don't have to fixate on all this other back end stuff. Like, that's a good thing about our relationship with Iron Circus, and also like how helpful Juniper has been with us. So, yeah.
So good. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
We've got $4.99 from A Plant. Thank you, Resident Ficus. I love your miniseries. Is it possible for you to make the Chikn Nugget? Someone else wants
again.
the Chikn Nugget voice.
I give-
and right after that, from Adriatic
that was
Talk, another
after
$7. Huge fan of Chikn Nugget and everything. Can we please hear the Chikn Nugget voice?
I give Chikn Nugget the biscuit. What does he say?
What would you
It's a little. It's like a cheese flavored biscuit. Yeah, it's better than your usual milk bone.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'd really prefer chicken flavor, but thank you so much anyway for this.
Wouldn't that be cannibalism or no?
I was gonna say it.
So adorable. Thank
you.
Oh.
We have, thank you very much, Adriatic Talk, for your donation, who says, funny story, I made my channel, but everyone says my characters in OC look similar to Chikn Nugget. Not sure why, though. I think it's that Sanrio inspiration. So yeah, you said you were inspired by Sanrio stuff and some older comedy, anime, that kind of thing. Like, could you elaborate a little bit on that stuff?
Sure, and I'll also say, like, I'm so sorry that people are doing that. Like, I think it's one of those inevitable things when you create something, you're always going to have people kind of being like, this looks like this,
Oh
or this.
gosh, yeah. My characters all the time are being compared to whatever's popular at the time, or even like older films. They're like, oh, this reminds me of like Five Goes West, and this reminds me of Cats Don't Dance. I'm like, that's fine. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's always
But
going to be.
it's just a natural thing people do. So.
Yeah, no, it's because some people don't even mean it as like an insult. Some people like are doing it kind of just to start a conversation or something. But yeah,
and sometimes they mean it in a complimentary way. It's evoking something from their past, and they're like, oh, often it's because they like it, and they're trying to think of why, like, it resonates with them or something. It's like it's not a bad thing generally, unless they're giving you a hard time and like accusing you of stealing or something. Then, I think. Just take it as the compliment that it probably is intended to be, or that it is in a sidelong way.
Absolutely. No, that's a great way to put it, because that's how I look at it. And I know it can be very hard because, people's original characters are very personal to them. Allie, you probably run into that too sometimes if people ever do that to you.
Yeah, all the time, but it's fine. You know how it is.
It's the internet.
Yeah. Also, we all inevitable. we come from similar backgrounds. We get inspired by a lot of the same stuff. So, we
grew up on a lot of the same cartoons and things, and so all that sort of like snowballs into your basis for understanding how to draw characters, how to design characters, what's good storytelling, and what's thematically interesting to you, what's visually interesting to you.
And most likely, if you have like characters that look similar to something else, it might be that you just like similar things. That's like it. Similar taste, and I have nothing greater to say. I ran out of words.
No, I 100% agree with all of that. Like, it can be really rough, and I would say, I know it can be hard, but definitely just kind of, like, ignore or don't read if people are like, you stole this, when you clearly didn't. Like, if you just made your own original stuff, like, people just might be trying to get
Yeah.
There's
there's that aspect, too, where, like, no matter what you're doing, no matter how good your intentions are and how pure your inspirations are and everything and your approach, and no matter how nice you are, there's somebody going to be out there who's going to just want to tear you down because you're there. It's just
people on the internet can be mean.
It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Don't let those people stop you, because they'll stop you from doing anything or enjoying anything. So you just have to keep moving along, doing your thing. Yeah.
There's only so many. I mean, we're all people, so we all just derive from like human experiences or other things that we like. So there's only so many concepts in the world that you can make. Like, it's pretty rare that you'll run into a concept where you're like, nothing remotely similar has ever been done like this before.
Right. Most likely, it's not that nothing like that has ever been done before, but more like you're just unaware of its inspiration sources. So,
Yeah.
All right, next question. Turner Kid asks, is Sodi's mom a Karen? Oh man, she doesn't seem that mean to me.
Ouch.
She trusts like Nugget's. She trusts Nugget's friends with her kid, at least. It's like encouraging Sodi Pop to like make art and stuff. Like, that fridge is just covered in Sodi's art. So
they're probably referring to the trope that Karens think their kids are an angel.
Oh yeah.
We make a joke about recently.
Yeah. Is Sodi's mom aware that Sodi is a bit much sometimes?
Ooh. Allie, do you want to weigh in on it?
I mean, I feel like Sodi's mom just loves their kid and probably thinks he can't do much wrong. But also, doesn't Sodi's mom also get similar reactions? Sodi, like, also explodes and stuff.
There's an episode where she explodes.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think she's, like, kind of similar. Yeah.
Does she have a name? I forget her name.
Yeah, her name's Sarsaparilla, like the soda.
Oh, that's so good. It's like, it makes sense when you think about it. You take you take some soda pop and you just shake it up really hard and you open it up and just so
it's volatile.
If Sodi eats Mentos, does he explode?
Oh my gosh, that's such a good question. It's like, it would destroy the world. That would be the apocalypse.
That's the series finale.
Oh my god.
That's how they solve everything. Chikn Nugget has to fight Sodi on Mentos.
Sodi Pop.
All right. Katie Lepitsos asks, will Hot Sauce have a redemption arc?
Oh yeah, actually, kinda he already has, or like is in the midst of it, where he's like, he's just like a jerk, but he's pretty lonely, doesn't really know how to communicate properly with people. He's just kind of like, it's easier for me to like make fun of these dorks instead of like trying to understand them. But like, the Chicken Gang, they're very sweet, and they will welcome him in gradually. We're gonna have another there's a Christmas episode that's coming out that has Hot Sauce in it. But yeah, it's really funny because Hot Sauce is actually voiced by my friend Nick, who is like an angel and like the complete opposite of Hot Sauce as a character.
No, I like that. It's like Hot Sauce gradually learning that it's like, wait, maybe being like edgy and confrontational and homophobic doesn't make me popular.
He's still gonna be a little spicy, like not like that level, but like he's still gonna be kind of a little brat. But
it's one thing to be a bit of a brat. It's another thing to just be mean for the sake of it. So yeah. I like that. Also, I like his design, little red squirrel thing.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's cute.
Squirrels.
Yeah. All right, so from Adriatic Talk asks, I got one. Is there going to be a Chikn Nugget video game? And if there isn't, I personally want to know, what would you imagine a Chikn Nugget video game would look like?
Oh my gosh. There are no plans for one at the moment, but Allie, I would love to hear, like, what would you enjoy as a Chicken Nugget video game?
I mean, I have such specific taste in games that, like, I see Chicken as, like, oh man, you know those, like, old RPG makers that, like, get unsettling towards the middle and end?
Yeah.
Like, the early 2000s? I see it as one of those for sure.
You may Nikki or something.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it'd be also, oh man, I would love to, like, if I had the choice, either that's like an incredible idea, Allie, or fighting games are so fun.
That would be awesome.
A fighting game, yeah, that'd be
Like,
great.
is it balanced at all, though? Because some characters just kick each other's asses consistently, or... Yeah.
We'd have to nerf some of them.
Oh, no.
I kind of feel like I kind of feel like a Chicken Nugget game would have the same vibes as Cult of the Lamb, to be honest.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Or you can give the fans what they really want and make a dating sim.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It would be like the most unserious dating sim in the world.
You make your own Chicken Nugget character in the dating sim, though. It'd be like most of the reason to play the game. It's just like, I just want to make my Sona.
That would be so cute.
Yeah. All right, from Shannon Wyndham says, I just want to say I love Lackadaisy and Chicken Nugget. Please always make content when you can. You guys are amazing. Thank you very much.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you.
We're doing our best.
Shiny says, new character idea. Taco Crocodile.
Taco Dial.
A Taco Dial.
Yeah.
Taco Dial.
Ah.
So
Now, would it be a crocodile named Taco, or would it be a crocodile made out of a taco?
Oh my god.
Yes.
Those are both so cute. That feels like something
Yes.
Allie would design.
You could have like the big the like mouth be like a taco shell with teeth.
Or the back of the character is the taco, and then the mouth just comes out of the taco shell with the filling. Like it's like crocodile filled taco.
That's so cute. Allie, you should draw this.
Literally drawing it now.
Yes.
Oh my, she's already on top of it.
Yeah, I'm on it, don't worry.
Tacodile. There it is! It's happening! Oh no, it's a little guy! You're watching magic happen, everyone. Oh!
It's perfect.
Just a little guy!
Taco Dial.
I
wish. Dude,
what is he filled with?
Stuff. I wish that I'd made a tweet about it some time ago because I get asked sometimes of people asking if like I can put fan characters into Chicken Nugget. I totally wish I could, but you know it's the like copyright.
Legally, you cannot.
We get that too.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, like I just lost my precious cat. Would you make a character out of them? Like, I'm so sorry, and I would love to do that. There's like all these legal issues with just inserting other people's characters. So yeah,
you never know. You never know, like, you want to, like, trust and believe in people, but you never know if someone's going to come forward and be like, you owe me, like, residuals or something.
Exactly. That is exactly the issue. Is like, if they then claim ownership of that character and you're trying to, pitch your idea and sell it to, someone to make a show out of or something, it's like, that could be a huge impediment to that happening, so.
Yeah.
All right, from SEA says, I have a voice request for Kyra. There's currently not enough pets getting scritches. As Chicken Nugget, can you announce yourself openly a charity to provide scritches for all the world's pets?
Yes.
Okay, I have a proposition for you all. There are not enough scritches going around in the world to pets. So I petition that we ask for more scritches, unlimited amounts. Everyone should be allowed to do this. We should have unlimited scritches for 9 hours consecutively every day.
Sounds perfectly reasonable.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, by the way, oh my god, Tracy and Allie, I love all you guys' art.
And I was watching the canvas get filled with all this gorgeous things. Look at that perfectly, like, round black hole that Tracy's just filling.
I just love, like how Chicken Nugget just looks like has that 1,000-yard stare, even despite the enormous like pupils.
Yes, I love. That's definitely inspired by like a lot of anime character designs. They do those 1,000-yard stares, and they're so creepy but cute.
Yeah.
Is it bad? I kind of want a pin of the little taco crocodile.
That does look cute as heck.
No,
there you go.
it's a
There's
stroke
some
of
merch
brilliance,
idea.
really.
Yeah. Take
I want
it.
a plushie or a figure.
I want it as a handbag. And you open up the mouth to put things in the handbag.
I'm like, Allie, new product.
Yes.
Use your coin purse.
Yeah.
It's time.
It's like, does it open up from the top, or do you just open up the mouth and stick things in? Because I feel like splitting the back open would be a little disturbing, but more usual.
I mean, you could always open it from like the taco shell too.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
That's what I was thinking. Like unzip the taco shell.
Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe the mouth could be a separate pocket.
Wow, like
It's a coin purse up in the mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cute.
Could you like, and there's like another pocket in between like the zipper and the taco shell, and so you can stick pens in there.
Oh. Oh my! I want it to be real.
Why is this not real? Fix this. Warren Chesky asks if Sodi can be drawn in a creeper costume. And also, what would you recommend to someone working on a plot for a story? The main character is my username, Warren Chesky the Fox. So yeah, if someone's working on plots for a story, how do you typically start? Like, when you're working on a script, like you already have characters you can work with, but when you have a blank page, like how do you kick off?
Ooh, it's very hard. The blank page is so intimidating for everyone. The biggest hurdle. Usually, like, for me in particular, like, if I'm coming up with new chicken concepts, I just try to think of, like, things like, oh, you know, it's near the holidays, could do some holiday episodes, or, like, maybe I had a funny experience with my friends, so I'll, like, write something, like, not direct, but, like, you know, inspired or, like, similar, like, oh, this is, like, a human experience we all have. Yeah, I think, like, sort of creating from what you know. I know it's so generic, but it's so true. Like, think of, like, something deeply personal to you or something that you really care about, something that happened to you, and making a story about it really helps. That's not to say that it's, like, a direct analog of an exact thing that happened in your life, but, like, you know, maybe, like, you had an experience like, oh, you know, I had a friend and they, like, we grew apart one day, and it's like, that's like a relatable human experience, and you can make like stuff about that. I think that's like a nice starting point, is like writing what you know, and it's amazing how like it tends to connect people like deeper than you could ever imagine, because people will come out and be like, I thought I was the only one that had this sort of experience.
Yeah, definitely relatable things resonate with people, and you can take those simple things too and just make them funny or put a twist on them. And I think I would even like admit on some level that I think a lot of writers use writing as a sort of like self-therapy, where you're like just working through your issues by writing them down.
Sometimes like working on a story actually forces me to go out, because it's like, write what you know, and if you're like, but I don't know the thing, it's like, well, then go out and get to know it.
Right. Yeah, having that like lived experience is like why, you know, the idea that you should be shut indoors at your computer working all the time as an artist or writer is a bad idea, because you actually have to go out and live and experience things to get that fuel for writing and drawing and creating. So
yeah, and even if you like don't have the luxury to like really go out as much, like if you're working like remotely or, you know, whatever your situation is, like sometimes you just have an experience, like, because I've written Chikn Nugget episodes about this, where like you're online and you see people like talk about something interesting, or you see people like get into a fight or whatever, and you kind of have like a take on it that's like, I mean, not like anything terrible, but like isn't this interesting that we as humans do this or something, like, you know, you can derive from that. Like if you
do have me thinking about like a hot take character would be pretty funny. Maybe that's what hot sauce is. The hot sauce is just the hot take.
Dangerous territory.
Speaking of hot sauce, Tails Foxboy, thank you very much for the super chat. says, is there even a small chance of Hot Sauce being in the main cast during or at the end of his redemption arc? Also, is there a chance of any Hot Sauce merch, like a sticker or a pin? I would buy it ASAP, and I'm sure other Hot Sauce fans would too. Well, there you go. So, is there Hot Sauce merch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be so great. Like, if we were able to, like, make more merch. I know that we're having kind of like a liquidation sale with BuzzFeed stuff right now.
Ooh.
But it would be so cool in the future to be able to do, like incidental character merch, or just, we still need the Sodi and coffee pins we gotta make. But I don't think Hot Sauce will be like in the main cast, unfortunately. But he will definitely be around. Like, he's like incidental number 1, like the B team. But yeah, that's pretty much that. Just like, he's kind of like, when you watch a show and there's like the main cast, but then you got like the secondary characters. He's more of that.
I like the idea that there's people out there rooting for Hot Sauce to grow
better.
as a person.
Do better.
To do better and like get
inspired.
friends and learn to like relax a little bit.
Yeah, that was what inspired, actually, because like people were like, we want Hot Sauce back, and I was like, really? I like when characters, are, evil and stuff, but like Hot Sauce really just needed to like, Hot Sauce isn't like evil. Hot Sauce just needed to like, I don't know,
Mature.
Learn.
do better, learn,
Yeah.
Socialize.
Do better, yeah.
do better,
It's like, hey, buddy, do better. And he's like, what?
literally.
There's been a lot of love for Hot Sauce, Old P, and Vezel in chat.
Oh, the boys.
The audience loves everybody who's terrible.
I
love
know.
it.
Yeah, like, man. No, I understand that feeling of like, and like Allie, I'm sure you do too, like of like villainous characters where you're like, I love you for some reason. I want you to win. I want you to be a better person.
Either that or I want them to
I
get
can fix
ground into the
you.
dirt. I'm like, no, I
that
can make
too.
them worse.
Sometimes you're rooting for them to, have their little downfall, but
I think it's like
yeah.
bad characters have distinct personalities quite frequently.
it's like,
yeah.
but I think flawed characters are more compelling.
Yeah. There's like a
It's fun
direction
and
to
there-
go. Yeah.
There is absolutely nothing wrong with enjoying villainous or flawed characters. Like,
Oh,
obviously,
no.
don't condone or
Yeah,
replicate
they're not
their actions.
they're not role models, but they're interesting. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Think
like-
twice before saying some of the things that Hot Sauce does. Maybe 3 times
like-
even.
Oh, do not.
But yeah. No. But yeah, no, it's fun. I love crap ass characters are just so fun. They're fun to write also, because it's not that it's like a point of view that you share, but they're really good instigators of things. They're great, like they create plot bunnies around them effectively. They create situations for characters to react to. They add a little spice to the mix. I keep coming back to Hot Sauce's name. God damn it! A little bit of Tabasco does a meal good.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I can't help myself.
You ain't wrong.
yeah, I mean, any good story has conflict, and often those characters are a source of conflict, and so it just makes everything more engaging.
It does.
All right, so Gato Destructo asks, $10 question. You showed me that comics or animation can be done fairly efficiently. As someone who's looking to start a comic, would it be a good process or good routine to get in? Find something that doesn't make you want to die, and then try to design something around that. If you don't like doing it, you're not going to want to do it. So that's my advice.
Yeah.
How about you?
Allie, do you want to answer that question? Because you've done that for years.
Yeah, I mean, I also do my own animations weekly on Fridays lately. And in my experience for those, I just keep it real simple and make things that just make me laugh and that I enjoy making, and that's it.
Oh, they're so good. Yeah, Allie's been doing these like frog facts on Friday. Like one got released today, and they're so good and they're so cute. Little
I have to check that out.
Yeah.
Aw.
I need me a frog fact.
Thank you.
Yeah.
froggies.
Facts.
Hey,
Yeah, Allie's very good at like simple, concise things.
That's and yeah, it's definitely like the work can be intensive, and so
even for
the
simple
best thing
stuff,
is,
it can be a lot.
Even for simple things, even for something that turns out as like a short that's 20 seconds long, like you are going to labor over that for hours. So make sure it's something, it's subject matter you enjoy, it's characters you enjoy, because most of your time is not going to be that sense of satisfaction at the end when you finally release it. You're like, oh, I finally did it, it's done. It's going to be almost all your time is going to be spent in the process of doing it and working on it. So enjoy that. Learn to enjoy that part of it.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh. The process, as much as it can be like, please, I just want this to be done. It's so fun, and it's always fun to look back on it and being like, man, that was so awesome to be able to get to do that.
Yeah. Certainly, like, over the past few years working on the animated pilot for our thing, during COVID, it was just a refuge. It was just like a place to be in a different world, kind of, and separate from all of the drama going on outside and all of the stress of
Sometimes I'd be like, oh, well, I'm spending my time doing this. There's like important things to do. There's people out there saving lives, but at the same time, I would think about like, well, then what would you be doing if not this? I'm like, I don't know. I feel like this is the best contribution I can make right now.
Yeah. And it's like, if I didn't have these people I was working with and this project to focus on and everything, I'd be way more hyper-focused on the bad stuff happening. And
I would be not having a good time. Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes work can be like a lovely oasis in that way.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Oh my gosh. And like not even to like, don't sell yourself short at all, because like, look at all the animated or entertainment content that people make that really does kind of save people's lives in a way. Cause
on both sides, really. The people making it, it's like, it may be your livelihood, but it's also like this just, place where you can be mentally that is healthier than a lot of other places you might be mentally when things are bad and when the going gets tough, and for the people watching it too, it often means something, and people will sometimes say things that just like will bowl you over with like telling you how much your work meant to them and how it helped them through a hard time or something. It's like, oh wow, that's
it's the nice thing about being an artist is that your way of contributing to society is not as concrete as say building a house or serving food to people or driving a bus, but it still has benefit because everybody loves stories and loves art. Like, if there wasn't demand for that, I don't think you would have social media, period. Like, things would not, the internet would not exist, basically.
We wouldn't be here.
Yeah. So anybody that like, tries to belittle that stuff, always remember, if you're like, oh, I want to do this, but doesn't really matter. It's like, well, I mean, it definitely does, because why else are we here? Why else does any of this exist? It's not just propped up because somebody thought it would be neat one day. It's en masse people went, let's all talk together and enjoy things together and make stuff together. So, yeah. All right.
Let's so we are coming up on the 2-hour mark. I don't know if Kyra, you and Allie are hour and a half. Oh, we started at half past. You're right.
Yeah.
So we got about we got 35 minutes left.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get through some questions and
that's what
we can knock those out. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing this whole time.
I know. I think we have a lot of them, but I don't want to like do the thing where we give like a 15-minute answer.
Lightning round.
Lightning round.
We got some here, just a handful of super chat ones. Chaos Stripe, I have the most important question. Plushes, when? I have backed for the Lackadaisy ones, and I'm super excited for those. Thank you. How about Chikn Nugget plushes, though? Love both of your series.
Thank you. I am so excited for the Lackadaisy plushes, too. I can't wait for them. I also backed.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, they're
really
so
cute. To hear that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, Chikn Nugget and friends are just like eminently perfect for plush. They're plush shaped already. So.
Yeah, they would all make great toys. Isn't there a chicken plush out, or am I mistaken?
Yeah, there is. Chikn is the only one that has a plush currently. Plush is, as you know, very crazy with the manufacturing process.
Oh God,
and sort of like
it is not easy. it doesn't matter how simple it is, they will find a way to fuck it up.
Yeah.
Because it's
It's hard.
a different medium, and also you're going through a whole translation process. So go ahead.
Yeah. And it's hard for like a character like because Cheeseburger we would definitely probably do next. Like she has so many colors for her like cheeseburger hat. So that's like so much fabric that has to be put on. But yeah, I will definitely keep everybody updated when/if that happens. Like I really hope so. Like I'm really glad that we got to do like the figures, and I'd love to do even more figures. Yeah, kind of in a weird place right now with like merch stuff, but yes, hopefully for the future we will get more. I want them so bad.
Okay, I think I finally just found the official Chikn Nugget plush, which is freaking adorable. So yeah, to those of you out there who might be looking for plushes, don't buy the knockoffs, don't buy the bootlegs, because
they don't support it. They don't help the show keep getting made. Like, all you're doing is throwing money in the pockets of people who just steal stuff. And the people who are responsible for those designs have no way of vetting whether the way that these things get made, if they're being made fairly or not. So if it turns out that there was something sus about the production, they can't do anything about it.
Bad labor practices out there, and you don't know if like you're buying from somebody who is taking advantage of their workers in a very not good way. So
yeah, the way they get it made that cheap that quickly is usually not through great means, and also what you're ordering often doesn't look like what's on the photo. Especially as it goes through a few rounds.
Yeah, the photo is doctored. You're going to get something that looks different and worse and bad. Don't waste your time with bootlegs.
I know that feeling so well because I literally just got bamboozled the other day where oh my gosh, guys, watch out for this now, because apparently this is a thing where some clothing shops are selling AI generated clothing.
No!
And I got one, and I was so I gotta return it. So
god, yeah, like when you see something on the internet, you're like, that looks neat. Take a moment to really take a closer look at the picture. It might only look good in a thumbnail, but if you click through and you're like, wait a second, that's not physically possible, or it seems to be made out of materials that are impossible, or like, how can you get it at that price when you know that something like that would be thousands of dollars? If it's too good to be true, it probably is. Yeah, especially if that particular clothing manufacturer has never done something like that before. So yeah, watch out, guys. Yeah.
Watch out for bad business practices.
Buyer beware, that's all.
Yeah, come to
all
Shop
right,
Talk. We tell you what not to buy. Go ahead. Or me. Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Adriatic Talk asks, could you draw Slushy doing the anime eyes?
Oh, if you have room on the canvas. Oh my god.
I could certainly hide some things or shrink them down. Hold
you
on.
just erase the eyes off of one Slushy and just stick anime eyes on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe maybe it's just Slushy and really big behind them. Just looming in the background. All right. Meredith Goat just says, Nick and Chug It.
Indeed.
Spiritual Cadence says, going back to the video game topic, I feel like the Sims series, but in the Chikn Nugget universe would do really well. Yes.
Sims with Chikn Nugget.
Yeah, make them cook and like everything catches on fire. Put them in the pool and take away the ladder.
Yeah, don't let ice cream near the swimming pool ladders.
No, don't.
Oh my
god. It's The Sims, but ice cream just walks around and causes disasters for you to fix. Like, oh no.
My gosh.
Isn't that Viva Pinata?
Viva Pinata, but it's Chikn Nugget. You just run at all the characters with a bat. Let's find out what kind of candy's inside. No!
Whatever food they're named after.
Oh god.
Don't give the internet any ideas.
Now there's a question. If you took a big bite out of the characters, would they taste like their food, or would it just be meat?
Oh my god.
The answer is different for certain characters, I know.
Fable, this is getting very
We are overthinking it.
No, I think it takes total sense. Cheeseburger clearly would taste like burger and thus taste like meat. And so would Chikn Nugget would also taste like meat.
Question answered.
There you go.
We did do an episode once where, like, it's kind of vague whether it's true or not, but Chikn kind of jokes about his blood being made of barbecue sauce, but we don't know if that's actually the case.
Is he joking about just eating that much barbecue sauce, or is he actually full of sauce? So, doctors want to know.
Animated by the sauce.
Yeah. Chikn Nugget goes to the vet. The vet just promptly quits on the spot. I can't do it. Yeah.
Vampire attacks and is like, this is barbecue sauce.
I'm dying.
Oh my gosh.
Winterbound
would though.
Winterbound asks or says, huge fan of both of your animated series. No questions for me. I just want to say thank you all for bringing so much joy.
Thank you.
Thank you, Winter.
Hi, Winterbound.
Mm-hmm.
That's my friend.
Oh my gosh. Hello.
Psycho Gaze asks, was there any specific inspiration for making Kofi, or you just feel like ice cream was having it too easy?
Oh yeah, coffee. Yeah, her name is hard to say. Yeah, so I really love like those deadpan characters. They're just so good, like dry-witted deadpan ones. So I was like, yeah, it'd be fun to have a character like that in the mix. And I was drawing a bunch of different designs because whenever I make a new character, I'll like try a bunch of different things. And I was like, we could do a wolf. I mean, wolves are kind of similar-ish to foxes.
Mm-hmm.
So then I was like, sheep in wolf's clothing. I don't know. Sometimes you're just drawing stuff.
You made a furry out of a furry.
Yeah.
Double furry. Furry squared.
So I was like, what if I just did do this? And I thought the design was cute. Like, me and Allie are fans of Digimon, so I like giving her those big Digimon claws.
Those are very cute. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah, usually...
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, yeah, usually the character design process, it'll be like, what would look good in this ensemble, and then thus designing a character around that. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. So, if Coffee was a werewolf, would they still be wearing the wolf outfit? Or would they just turn into what their outfit looks like? I know I'm overthinking this. It's like, wait.
Good question. Allie, what do you...
She'd be a wolf in wolf's clothing, I guess.
A wolf in wolf's clothing.
Yeah.
So cute.
Would the outfit invert into a sheep?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
There was an episode where she was like a wolf and had a sheep outfit.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
Thank you.
Always fun. I always like stuff like that where it's imagining, okay, so here's the defining characteristics of this fictional character. Now, if you were to put them in this outfit, or you change their species, or anything like that, how do you keep them still recognizable? And I always love that design challenge. That's one reason why I like furries at all. It's like, oh, it still looks like that person. It's a fun way to character. It's a caricature. Excuse me.
Yeah, no, it's so much fun. That's really fun also with like non-human characters, like making them look, if you're basing them off something, like if someone makes like a Sona. So sweet to see like aspects of them. You're like, oh my god, it is you or something.
Yeah, I love that. It's also like a great indicator of the kind of things they like about themselves, or they think is stand out, or maybe what they wish could stand out. And so it's always fun to see how people depict themselves. That's actually the great thing about whenever crew members on a project like decide to make a Sona version of themselves, like using the aesthetic of the show they're working on. It's it's like an interesting like little book about themselves.
I love seeing Sonas in cartoons like that. It feels like that SpongeBob meme of just pointing. There they are. It's so cute.
Shining Swarm 25 asks, will there be more non-short episodes being made?
Yes, definitely. They definitely take a bit longer to do. Allie, I'm sure you're familiar with the process of animating stuff beyond a few seconds long.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yes, there's going to be these longer form YouTube exclusive videos. Like, they'll of course be linked on, the other social medias, but they're in, what is it, like 16:9 aspect ratio? Like a HD Yeah.
Oh wow,
Nice.
the camera got flipped around.
Ooh.
The phone fell down.
Is literally horizontal and not vertical. We already did them.
How retro.
Yeah, we already did one with ice cream. They do take a bit longer sometimes. Like, I've been busy doing other stuff, like pitch development stuff and all that. But usually I've been handling the longer episodes, and we're trying to see if we can get more crew members potentially next year to really help us with that. But yes, I promise there will be more. They're totally coming. They just take a while, but I'm working on them.
Nice.
Okay, and then we got a question from SD, who asks, "Hi, hope you're all having a great day. What if Cheeseburger was a superhero, Super Chi, and her superpower was throwing cheeseburgers? Can you draw?" I assume they can draw. They've been drawing this entire time. But what kind of superhero would Cheeseburger be?
Oh, Allie, do you want to try doing it? Not to put you on the spot or anything if you don't want to.
I can do it.
Super Chi. Let's go.
Yeah, Allie drew, as they mentioned before earlier, spicy chicken. And someone actually dressed as spicy chicken for Halloween, and it was really sweet.
No.
Sent it to Allie, like, look! Your creation!
Oh my god, just the little cape.
It's adorable already.
Oh my god, some of the characters already have superpowers, so it's like, of the characters that don't got superpowers, what would their power be? Like, Kofi, beyond the ability to creep out ice cream. Coffee! Damn it, I keep mistaking it for the...
It's because it's spelled similarly to, like, the Kofi.
It is! So I keep thinking Kofi when it's coffee, and it's like, no, like the drink, not the payment service. Coffee. If Coffee had superpowers, what would they be? What would Slushy's powers be?
It'd be really cool. I know there was one episode where Slushy, Sody Pop mentions that red pandas are also referred to as fire foxes, so they'd almost have like fire and ice powers.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It'd be cool. Cheeseburgers like raining down. And
where are they coming from? You don't want to know.
She would be the most beloved superhero of all. Just kind of like door dashing burgers around. Like.
Yeah, it's like, who cares about fighting crime? It's just like, that's lame. I want burger.
The door dasher.
Yeah, the door dasher.
She's just really efficient at it.
How about the inverse? Ice cream and French fry get normified. They no longer have powers. What happens?
Normified.
They're normied.
Oh my gosh. I feel like, man... It's funny because I think ice cream would be like, I can't handle this being normal, but I feel like French fry would have a harder time with it, because French fry tends to, like, fly around all the time, or, like, use their abilities often, so I feel like French fry would get hit with being normie harder than ice cream would.
Would French fry, instead of being a dragon, just be a lizard or something, then?
Yeah, oh, that'd be so cute.
It's like, that's how that's how you know they don't have powers anymore.
You're like a fat-tailed gecko or something.
Just a gecko!
Bearded dragon.
Yeah.
And did I get a job at DMV?
Yeah!
The DMV.
No, don't torment the poor thing!
No! Why
Just
torture
give him a
yourself?
sloth named Molasses. There you go.
Oh no.
That's your DMV clerk.
But at least we found a way to keep the fat tail.
Yeah, I know my friend, actually, who works on Lackadaisy, Endo, is,
oh, yeah!
Yeah, Endo. Hi, Endo, if you're there. Endo is, has been as a background character in some episodes. The only, like, OCs I will put into the show is, like, my very, very close friends. I'll put, like, some cameos of them. But yeah, put in, Endo as a little, fat-tailed gecko.
I'll have to go, I'll have to go looking for that one. I don't think I've seen it, but...
Yeah. I think I might have seen some allusion to that somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're in the tamale truck episode that Allie's also in.
Ooh,
nice. Yeah, he's been working as an animation lead on Lackadaisy.
Yeah, they're amazing.
He's awesome.
Yeah. Just I've needed somebody to help shoulder the burden.
Okay.
Yeah. So Endo's been someone I've been following for a really long time. They were actually the first person I contacted to animate on Lackadaisy, but Long Gun Gulch had their number. And I was like, well, I can't steal you from them. I wouldn't dare.
a prized possession. And,
I know. Yeah. No, they just didn't have any free time, and I was like, totally understandable. There's a lot going on there, so. Yeah.
Well, they speak very highly of Lackadaisy. Sorry, this turned into the Endo podcast.
Yeah, let's talk about Endo. Endo's amazing. If anybody's seen that,
they're awesome.
There's a
the Zib animation.
Yeah, the Zib animation we just put out with Zib in the armchair. That's Endo.
That's just a small part of it, though. It's just a little peek at it, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Speaking of, so one of the things that, like I said, that I really appreciated your short form content, and I was inspired by it. And Lackadaisy will have also some short-form content coming out very, very soon. So in addition to mini episodes and the full season, we're going to have some other stuff coming out, which is our way of testing some stuff out behind the scenes and feeding our crew, and also experimenting with another way of presenting animation that we thought might be fun. So I wanted to thank you guys for that inspiration, because I was like, oh yeah, no, that's totally doable. Because if Chikn Nuggit can do it, why shouldn't we try? It's like,
thank you so much. No, I'm so excited for that. It's it's really nice, and like short form, it's so much fun to experiment with. You could have it be as short and simple as you want, even just a little gag. Totally recommend that for people who are starting off with animation. Like if you want to do indie stuff, like look at how amazing animation memes that kids do on YouTube.
Oh my god! Like there's some of this stuff they put out is so ambitious. Like that's actually how I came to find a lot of the people who ended up working for Lackadaisy. I remember being in college and seeing like teenagers doing Warriors Cats fan animations,
maps,
and maps and stuff. Yeah, and then just like. Over a decade later, I remember at the time I was like, wow, that's really good. I can't wait to work with those people. And then like over a decade later, wow, you're still really good. You want to work with me?
It's so fantastic. Cool. Animation is so small. Just like running into people. It's so awesome.
Yeah. If you think there's like a lot of folks who are like, why do the same names keep popping up though? It's like, I don't know. Is there like 1,000+ people in the world that can do this kind of thing? Like, if you tallied up everybody, I bet you could fit us all into one high school. Don't get any ideas. That's not an AU. Animation High. Oh, God, no. I don't want to go back to high school.
I'm pretty sure that's a show that's been pitched.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, but it's the animators themselves. It's like, please don't make us do that.
Animators animating a show about themselves that'd be something.
Oh, it'd be such
pretty
chaos.
meta.
Yeah.
Too real.
Everybody's just like, I want to be easy to animate. I am a ball. I float around. I can bounce. Goodbye. And I have no mouth.
That rotates in perspective relative to the camera.
No.
Okay.
In fairness, the Death Note people made a manga about making mangas after they were done with Death Note.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Whoa.
What if my animation Sona is just like, I'm a hand that goes ba 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 ba. It's just a low frame rate.
You're just a sock puppet.
Just a sock puppet with like 2 faces total.
lots of characters designed for maximum efficiency.
You'd think that the teachers would be more complicated or something because their skill level. It's like, no, they're actually more simple than the students. The students are like,
they practice economy of line.
Yeah, they're like, I won't look good until I decide to look good. For right now, this is what you get. Two drawings. Open mouth and closed mouth. You deal with it.
They know how hard it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so we have a few more questions since we have a bit of time left. Elizabeth Snowbells asked, is it too late to start learning how to animate? Well, if you're not dead and you can... pick up a pen and a pencil, or, move a ball of clay around and you have, like, something to take images with and put in a sequence, I'd say no. It's kind of hard to do those things if you're dead, though. So don't die, and then you can learn how to
as long as
animate.
you are still alive, and you can. It's never too late, really. It's I know a lot of people get the sense that like, oh, I'm in my 20s or something, and life is over. It's like, no, you're still a baby. You have plenty of time.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah. Like Allie, how do you feel regarding that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, it's never over till it's over, so.
That's what I like about this medium is like, you could be 70 and haven't been animating since you were born and still have something to learn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, you're never too old.
Yep.
We get Liam Luther had asked with a super chat. Thank you, Liam. Hey guys, just want to say I love your stuff and you guys are awesome. And I also have a question about French fry and ice cream. Do their higher ups know about their relationship?
Ooh, that is a good question.
That might be spoiler material. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll definitely get into more stuff with like their dimensions that they're a part of, realms. But yeah, I believe not. I think their superiors are a little more concerned with if they're getting their job done, whether if they're like dating, because like there's like Ice Cream has dated like a lot of demons and like hasn't seemed to have gotten in trouble for that, and neither have the demons. I think it's just like they're like whatever. Like
it's just the
culture. Clock in, clock out, get the job done, whatever.
As long as you do your work, show up to your meeting.
So honestly, you wouldn't want your boss to like stick their nose into your love life anyway and make judgment calls. Like, yeah.
No.
But maybe, I don't know, maybe there's some like company secrets they don't want leaking out. That would be probably the only concern. Yeah.
You have to sign an NDA when you work in house.
Yeah, you can't share this with anybody. It's written in blood.
Oh my god.
If you try to speak out like the secrets, your mouth just inverts.
Oh god. Horrifying.
It's like basically you turn into like one of those tween symbols where it tries to do shape tween and it just breaks. And now that's your face.
You unanimate.
You unanimate. You freeze. The symbol just breaks. It's stuck on like frame 12 now.
Adobe crashes.
Adobe crashes the moment you try to speak to the dimension secrets. That's like, oh, the episode's done, I guess.
It's getting too meta.
That would certainly explain some things about Adobe's origins, but yeah.
I will formally say that you are free to steal that idea and to make money off of it. I don't care, because I love Adobe Flash jokes.
Oh my god.
Speaking of,
Adobe
oh god, speaking of, you guys work in Flash, right? AKA animating.
Yes, we do.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. I really love Harmony. I think it's mostly like we were given the option way back when. Actually, before. I mean, Harmony was big, but not as big as I guess it is now.
Yeah, it's pretty dominant now. In a good way, at least. Yeah.
Amazing. Mm-hmm. Maybe we'll eventually transition to it. Yeah, again, it's just like budget stuff and all that.
Yeah.
But the Adobe suite, it's like everything comes together, so it's like, oh, easy. But no, Flash is honestly not that bad. Like, we were given the option initially, way back when, to animate in TV Paint, and I love TV Paint, but we would have been dying.
Yeah, it's not built for rigs and symbols and stuff. I would definitely say take a look at Harmony, though, simply because the stability is a lot better than Flash. So if you like me, have one of the major reasons why you're like, God, fuck this program, is just stability-wise, like, that's one reason I prefer Toon Boom, like, massively. So
yeah, like I have it. I wish I could just be like everyone. It's so annoying with licenses and stuff and how they don't let you like easily distribute it. But oh man, maybe someday.
Well, I mean, we do have a deal that we made with them, so that we were able to get some discounts thanks to basically doing group stuff. So I could talk to you about it if you were interested. But I could put you in touch with some people. Well, it's self-interested what they do. That's why they offer it, but they're not wrong at the same time. I'll take advantage of what I got. It's like if it means my crew can have access to the software they need to do their job and they don't have to pay for it themselves, beautiful. Yes, okay. Not pay for it and also not pirate it, because when you do stuff at this level, we kind of can't get away with pirating stuff. So, yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. But to everybody else out there just experimenting, do what you must. I'm not your dad. I'm not a cop.
Dave had a family issue, had to go take care of. So
all right, that's fine. We'll be wrapping up in about 9 minutes anyway. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have another question here from SD, who just says, I don't say this enough, but thank you so much for both of you creating such awesome series that continue to inspire me every day. Keep it. I think they mean keep it up, but I like just keep it. Keep this compliment.
Do it. Thank you, SD. That's sweet.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you guys so much for watching our stuff and supporting it.
Yeah. I think there's one more super chat, and then there's a bunch of other questions, but we can probably squeeze a few more in if you guys are game for that.
Yeah, lightning round.
Oh, this super chat just says, I got the ebooks last week. Thank you again. Now I must wait for the hard copies. I think that's in reference to us. So.
Oh, yeah, that must be the backer kit stuff.
Oh, here's a good one. Here's what you were talking about. How often, from Dom Sauce, how often does Kyra see fan animations? Has she seen mine? Chikn Nugget parody show. What does she think of mine and others? Okay, so Chikn Nugget parodies. Have you seen them? What do you think of them? Do you know what this is?
Ooh, yes, I need to check out more stuff. I am so sorry. Sometimes, because our work schedule, I mean, as anyone who has a job, it can be very busy all day. So sometimes when the workday ends, you're like, all right, time to clock out and just like relax, get away from the computer for a bit. So I'm sorry if I have not seen certain stuff people make. Sometimes I kind of just like, work and then hop on off. But thank you guys so much for all of the animations and stuff you make. Like, I have seen a bunch that look incredible. And then, like, I'll see some people are so young and they animate so well. It's crazy. But I will definitely check out more. So sorry about my, what do you call it? Like, inactivity online sometimes.
No, I think
Just
that's
busy.
healthier. I'm
Totally understandable and healthy.
Yeah.
You need to step away from the computer at a certain point and live a life detached from the digital stuff.
Yeah. You need to go out and live life so that you can write about it.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just need a break. You just need to like look at something else for a while, like watch TV or something.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So speaking of that, since we're starting to come close to our end, what kind of indie animations or comics and stuff like that would you recommend people go check out?
Oh my gosh, so many are so good. Like, of course, Lackadaisy, duh.
Well,
like,
I mean, we don't need a shout out. We're here. Thank you, though.
Oh,
thank you, though.
So unbelievably impressive. Congratulations so many times again to you guys for like all the success you've reached, and reaching like over $2 million is crazy.
Oh, thank you. I mean, we're just happy to. I'm happy to be able to pay our crew and to have a platform that introduces a lot of people to some new stuff they might not have heard of, or like learn a little bit more about how animation is made, so that they get, it gets their brains going, gets them thinking.
Yeah. We feel very privileged for the support we've had and want to spread the love around. So, so any like up and coming creators out there you want to shout out, or shows, or
or friend even
projects, anything like that, or friends who
please
just,
share your bias,
accolades. Yeah,
no, definitely. Well, absolutely check out Allie's stuff. Allie makes incredible animations all the time. Been doing the frog facts. She sells the cutest merch you will ever see.
Let's look up the frog facts and link it in the chat if
working on it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, oh my gosh, Allie's incredible. Absolutely check out her stuff. Man,
Allie, turn the taco dial into a pin, please, and then let me know about it so I can get it.
I can do it. It's no problem.
Looks like you got H Bomber Guy to do some voices for this.
Oh, you got Harris. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
The frog fact voiceover.
That's awesome.
Anybody else that you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah. Oh man, there's so many. I'm trying to think. There's so many. I think it was Indie Animation Day. Was it yesterday? Or was it today?
It was yesterday.
It was yesterday.
I was like, whoa, look at all
I'm
this
losing
cool
track
stuff.
of time.
Yeah.
We were scrambling around trying to figure out what to post. Like,
yeah.
Farfetched is looking amazing. Of course, Digital Circus is incredible. I love it. Huge congratulations to Goose and everybody. I'm trying to think. I've been seeing, it's just so exciting to see so many new people tapping into indie or short form or just anything. Yeah, and it's very daunting and scary to jump into it. So definitely, if you want to jump into it but you're not quite ready, try like just making little short form things on your own if you're able to, or like working with some people. Yeah, there's countless people out there. Definitely check out the indie animation tag, and check out all the stuff people are doing.
Absolutely.
It's so good. People are so talented.
There's just like a huge spectrum of stuff out there, and if you browse the tag on Twitter, then you'll just find a ton of really cool things that you might not have heard of, or you just get to watch like somebody's project being made from like the very beginning and see where that goes, just for sheer interest's sake. Yeah, there's...
Ooh, check out...
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'm
go
sorry.
ahead.
I just remembered another indie project that's actually a bit smaller that I actually really loved. It wrapped up kind of recently was Angel Hair. It's spelled like Hare. It's like a bunny.
Oh,
and it's
okay.
this really cool analog horror series about like this person who like has these weird memories of this VHS they used to watch as a kid, where the it's like a religious rabbit character, like this angel who was like his guardian angel. It's so cool. Highly recommend it.
That sounds really cute. We'll link
I
that
am
too.
typing to Nick Nocturne right now to go check that out.
Analog horror.
Yeah, cute analog horror, very wholesome. Totally check it out.
Okay.
It deserves more love.
Yeah. So Angel Hair, Hare.
Is
Yeah,
it
like
the
bunny.
the East Patch is the
Yes,
channel
the
it looks
East
like?
Patch.
Ah, okay.
They're the
Like spell
creators.
that out.
I got it. I'll
Okay.
link it in the
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry to.
No, that's what we asked for.
No, please don't apologize for shouting people out. Like, they need more attention. They deserve it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Got a couple more super chats come in. Thanks, guys.
Thank you so
Let's
much.
see. Jet Set Spy gives $50. Thank you. That's very generous. I've seen a few Chikn Nugget TikToks, but had no idea the series was so expansive. Thanks for introducing me to them a little bit more. Oh, well, that's the point of this, so you're welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep, there's so many. It's just like you sit there for like a couple hours and just eating it all.
Oh, we've made over like I feel like almost 500 episodes so far. It's so much.
Wow.
Yeah. You get like
Gosh, you
people
guys are
have
a
made
powerhouse. It's-
super cuts of single characters that they keep adding to. It's incredible.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
I remember one day just going like, you know what? I like ice cream and French fry. I'm just gonna go watch every episode with ice cream and French fry because I love these two fucked up little characters.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no, the
compilations.
the compilation videos are really satisfying to watch, where you
Mm-hmm.
can kind of like get a recap of the character from
Mm-hmm. You can see their
going
arc
back a
also.
ways,
That's quite fun.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Nick says he's heard of Angel Hair, and he covered it on his stream, so I guess there's something coming up on Nightmind about it soon. Very nice.
Whoa, that's awesome.
So
Yeah.
watch out, Angel
deserves-
Hair. You're about to get more traffic.
Yeah, I drew some fan art. I'm like, it needs more attention. It's so good.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, it's
Speaking of fan art,
yeah. Yes.
Ooh,
Go ahead.
Go ahead, too.
somebody already drew Rocky and Chikn Nugget.
I saw
dropped
that.
it.
Should we feature it in the stream? I don't want to. It's a
Let's
Dre
see.
Higby. It looks like.
Where is it?
It's in fan media.
Fan media. Let me.
Oh, let me go look.
Oh, that's very cute.
Oh my god, that's
Oh,
so cute.
nice.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Here, let's see
Thank
here.
you.
Will it load? Will it
so
load?
wholesome.
I think maybe no. Okay. Don't load then. Damn you. Let's see. But yeah, the let's see if I can get it up before the end of everything. Nope, I can't. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, it's by Dre Higby, at Dre Higby. Thank you so much for the really cute little bit of fan art. That's adorable. Rocky needs like a little friend, a little puppy friend. Aw. They would both just devour chicken nuggets endlessly, though. Like, I think those two would get along. The gremlins. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. And thank you, everybody in the audience, for also joining us and providing such great questions. It's so nice to have the audience themselves interview our guests, especially when to keep me from rambling on and on about making cartoons. I like other people asking questions too. And thank you guys for joining. It's an honor to have you guys come on. I appreciate it.
Yeah, longtime fans, all of us. So thank you so much. And
Absolutely, likewise.
Aw, thank you. Your characters are just extremely fun to draw. So everybody draw some fan art for Chikn Nugget because you'll have fun doing it. So, and they deserve it. So
thank you guys so much. No, absolute likewise. Thank you for the sweet art that you guys drew on Magma. It's so cute.
I'm enjoying watching all this come together. Yeah.
Thank you, Allie, for being with me on here and sharing your insights.
Yes, thank you,
thanks
Allie.
for having us.
It was lovely getting to chat with both of you, and I hope we get to do it again sometime and chat and get together and talk about art things. So, all right, and thank you, audience, so much once again for joining us. We're gonna bid you good night, and yeah, go out there and make some stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you guys so much.
Bye-bye. See ya.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.